came in on the trumpet blast to applause as usual. What do you mean?
That was meant to be my trumpet impression, but it wasn't as good as my owl. So.
Okay, let's bring the man on because we know he is there. And those are the Mexicans cheering for you, Stats.
Ole! The Ole stopped, didn't they? Pretty quickly. Ole!
Well,
the flag there. Look at that one there. We got the right side.
They needed
Go on,
Speedy Gonzalez in there, but he wasn't about. Arriba, arriba, arriba.
I don't know. The heart of Lions seemed to do the job.
Indeed.
They had a good game.
Yep. And, whoa, what a defensive job they did with just 10 players.
Mm.
That was very good.
Problem is, the Mexicans didn't really change what they were doing and just kind of chucking crosses in. So we just put some 6-foot giants on, and that stopped that, didn't it?
Yep.
He just carried on and on. So.
Well, I think our men that we got in there, they're up against Norway next, aren't they? Have you seen all the vids with the, the Norwegian army?
Really, no, I said this last night, England needs to do something like that, mate. Get it? It looks so much fun. Good interaction with the fans and that, isn't it?
Vindaloo. Vindaloo.
One of the players could have a drum and everyone does a bit of a I don't know, just something better than that fucking daft arse depressing national anthem, to be honest.
Indeed.
Anyway, oh God.
For as long as he's going to last, because I think there's quite a growing mood for Republic.
I mean, to be fair, with that nonsense we discussed last week, he's basically just abdicated anyway. So
I know this is the problem. Okay, well, how about this? Amongst all pride that's going on this month.
Could just about see that without my glasses. Take a shit.
It just needed an E on the end of it, a shiite.
Yeah. That's got to be American, that, hasn't it, you see? I mean, well, but on Pride, did you see the absolute mess they made?
Oh, God.
That's horrendous, mate. I mean, you take pride in your sexuality or whatever delusions you have about identifying as this, that, and the other. They've got no pride in the appearance of their own streets and country. They left their place an absolute tip.
I've been told by the Canadians that if I identify as a female and a lesbian and just cross-dress as a man, I stand a good chance of getting into Canada.
Let me compute that one. So if you just identify but just dress, so just basically as you are now. Well, superb. We've got a backup plan then, haven't we, for this hellhole
I'm out of here.
Full-on tyranny. We're getting there, aren't we?
I'm out of here. Okay, and here's a naughty one from Tiny Tim. He's been doing his job.
What do you call a nun in a wheelchair? Virgin Mobile.
Yeah, that's an old one, that, isn't it?
I know, but I like the old ones. I just think they're good. Anyway, on our show tonight, we're going to be talking about policing and does it need a reset? And we're going to be showing some things later on. That is going to be our main story. But the first thing is, should Andy Burnham, should he change his name to Ghandi Burnham?
Andy! Andy! You're not well, lad. Stop! Do not call me Andy anymore, lad. My name is Ghandi Burnham. I will free the people of Manchester and lead them to freedom! We will form a peaceful movement of civil action and establish a number 10 in the north as a sign of an independent Manchester separate from Britain! Andy, you are not Gandhi. You're experiencing psychosis, and we need to get you help, lad. First they ignore Manchester. Then they laugh at Manchester. Then I move Downing Street to Manchester! This is where we shall be located. This is number 10 in the north. Work harder! Now we have done the impossible. They used to laugh at me, but they're not laughing now. I shall rule as the true sovereign of Greater Manchester and Prime Minister of an independent Manchester.
Harold Harris, the Spectatory Prime Minister, is this not all just a bit silly?
No. And now you shall pay. Andy, son, come on home, lad. You've not been yourself. You're not you unless you've had a Snickers, lad.
By God, lad, you're right.
I thought it was because he flip-flopped, but then I noticed he didn't have any flip-flops on.
Oh, God.
And then Ricky there didn't really have a Scouse accent, but anyway, that was quite funny.
Well, I didn't know Ricky Tomlinson had a twin because there were two of them in there at the beginning. I saw them there. But anyway, another great one from Crew Kern Gazette. We love that. Keep them coming. Give them a like and go give them a sub. Right, they're really great people. Like them very much. Anyway, this is a woman that I really like, the Scouse Oracle. And she's talking about the new bank account bill that's just gone through.
This new bank account bill is not going to affect you because it's only going after people who aren't paying taxes, then think again. So on the 23rd of June, they published a consultation, HMRC. The proposal is if you owe under £5,000 in tax, that they can go right into your bank account. An automated system is going to use your credit score to decide how much can come out. So a set of rules run on a computer making a decision about your money. So when people warned it could hurt people already struggling, HMRC put in writing financial hardship alone would not necessarily exclude someone from this measure. So buried inside the same document, it's saying that the government is also considering whether this measure could apply to certain benefits now managed by HMRC. They haven't even finished building the tax version of this. We know last year DWP got the same power for benefit overpayments. A bank must comply. Now, if you remember a while back, I told you about the House of Committee report, HC891. So it identified the law from 2014. It stops the government from profiling your behaviour to predict whether you might commit fraud in the future. And it recommends removing it because it says it limits the use of some modern data analytics technology. So,
oh my God, that's like Minority Report. Hey, do you think I look a little bit like Tom Cruise?
You've been Specsavers recently, lad. You turned into Andy Burnham, you delusional.
No, they wouldn't have me there because I wouldn't give them my ID. They said, we can't see you. I said, I see you. I've just been watching Avatar. I see you.
You could go down there and identify as unemployed and get it for free.
Yes. Or I could identify as an illegal migrant.
Then you get 2 pairs for free.
Yeah, I don't have to be the same colour. I just I think it, therefore I am it.
Well, why not? If Bangladeshis can identify as British or English or whatever piece of paper we've got.
That's it.
Right, I've got a bone to pick with this issue. So the poor are being squeezed. Even if you've got trouble paying your debts, they're just going to come at you hard. Where's the outrage from the socialists about this? Oh, hang on. They're all too busy whinging about how much money Farage may or may not have got off someone somewhere in the world. You know.
Not a peep from Ghandi Burnham.
It's always, we've got to protect the poor, but it's not. They do it by attacking the rich, or not all the wealthy. Or where's the outrage for this? This is the first I've heard of that. So good on you, socialists.
She's great. She is so clever. I mean, she does a lot of different, and she covers a lot of different subjects. That's what I meant to say. And she goes into really, great depth on the subject matter. So she really knows what she's talking about. Not just a pretty face, I can assure you. I'd
say, let's all jump on that consultation. What's the point? They're all skewed anyway, aren't they? How many consultations I've filled in and it never comes back the same as my response. And then I speak to other people who are like, same here. I'm thinking, well then, it's just nonsense. They just ignore it. They couldn't care less.
Well, do you remember a couple of podcasts back we were talking about what would happen if the veterans started to get together? Well, here's a very, pleasant face to it. Here it is. Veteran-led community-based network.
A veteran-led, community-based network is key to saving our country, protecting our women and our children, and restoring our national integrity. I just wanted to say that all my videos are purposefully scripted. As you'll see, I'm looking at a script so that I can be precise and make sure I don't miss anything out. I never use AI. In fact, I much prefer it the way I said it.
Oh, do you like that?
I served as an officer
AI.
in the British Army for 18 years on operations in Northern Ireland, Bosnia and Iraq. And I had a short soiree in Afghanistan following my service. I've spent the last 15 years or so working in Muslim countries in the Middle East and Africa. So I have a wide and alternative experience of Islam and the migrant community. Thank you for your overwhelming response to my last video, in particular for the offers of voluntary support from both veterans and, in more cases, non-veterans. The immediate answer is yes, of course, we want you all on board, and that is exactly the point. Veterans includes armed forces, the police, prison service, and also includes reserves, men and women, irrespective of age. We need your support physically and intellectually. So those of you who say that you're too old, you're not. But please be patient with us as we are swamped at the moment. We will get back up and running.
So it's happening.
Yeah, I know a little about this. But the last I saw, they had 4 members.
Well,
One of the guys was doing something locally for a political party, and now isn't. I can't really say much more than that, but
they've got a lot more now.
Have they?
Yeah.
Okay.
A lot.
How many? 5.
I'm not going to tell you.
No.
But it's a lot. Okay, so a lot of the veterans.
I wish them luck. Yeah.
Well, I think it. You know, he's a pleasant face to front it, and here's the reason.
What's his name? Do you know?
I can get it for you. Okay, but I think that you can see it there. You know, there it is. It's Frontline.
Oh yeah. But people have been talking about this today. Yeah.
Yeah. So I saw it. I caught it, and I thought, oh, I'll just quickly put that up. Now, here's the reason why they need to be getting together. Now, listen to this guy. This is a British SAS officer.
Yeah.
And I think he's being hounded, or he was being hounded. Check this out.
Just be aware of this Frontline thing, because some of the people involved have pretended to do stuff before politically, and then shit the bed. So.
Okay. All right. But fundamentally, it's a good thing.
Yeah, if they stick around for more than 5 minutes and they choose to do something, yeah, but go on.
Okay, well, here's one of the reasons why. And this guy is a tough guy. Listen to him.
Against me were mistreating an American officer, which, is simply disciplined because he was a prat. And even all the US Marines were with us, were happy to fly in their own money to testify this was an utter twat. And then the allegations that I'd mistreated a Iraqi who was arrested for simply, his only crime was that he, with 4 others, had planned to murder all the people who were working with us in the town that we were running, and I wasn't prepared to tolerate the people who were going to be murdered simply because they'd cooperated with us. So we went to visit all of these individuals, and all of them cooperated, and I left them in no doubt what would happen because I told them, we know your plan. You've been busted. One house I went to, and initially they denied it, and then I thought, okay, we can do this one of 2 ways, and they're like, no, I see where you're going with this one. So he then gave me the pistol, and his big fat wife even gave me a chit to sign for it. So with a flourish, I signed Jerry Adams and gave her back the. But the last guy we went to, he just absolutely blanked it and wasn't having it at all. And I was about to, eventually I gave up, and I thought, you know what, this guy, he's either a really good actor, or he's innocent. And I thought the likelihood, looking at him, school teacher, we're barking up the wrong tree. And as we walked out, my motor transport officer, who'd been with my RSM, said to me, do you know who he looks like? And I said, no. He says, he looks just like Martin Main. who was a notorious mass murderer and IRA guy. And I thought, you know what, he's a spitting image of Martin Main. So I turned on my heel, and he was standing at his door grinning, and I caught him by the throat and walked him up his hall and walked him into his kitchen, slammed the door behind me, dragged my interpreter in and said, translate this for him. Tell him either he tells me all the weapons are, or I'm going to put a shot through his fucking head. And he translated it back at me, at which point I then shot between his feet. And I said, the next one's going up your fucking nose. At which point he said, oh, okay. And that night they didn't hand it, but next day they handed 147 weapons in. And so nobody was murdered, and we took 147 weapons, and that was the war crime.
There you go. And this guy's been hounded for that? The guy's a fucking hero.
I know, mate, but you've got drippy lefties who are all emotional and go, oh, you can't threaten to shoot someone. Mate, you're in a war. You can't just go up to the guy and go, can you please hand your guns in?
Yeah.
Because I'm going to see later when you're begging people to, when you're, oh, please be arrested peacefully. It doesn't happen. So I was just looking at that freedom thing. They've still got 4 members. And apparently they're going to restoring Great Britain.
I heard that they had a lot more than that.
Well, I'm on their website now.
Wow.
Number of members, 4.
I thought they had a lot more than that. That's what I was led to believe.
Do we really need another party? Another party?
I don't know. All right, okay. Well, that's that one busted.
Especially when people involved haven't doing much for the party they were with beforehand. But anyway.
Okay. Well, he sounded good, didn't he?
Hey, loads of people sound good, don't they? Some people thought Keir Starmer sounded good. Do you know what I mean? Some people thought I sounded good the other week, but the retarded interviewer wouldn't let me speak. If we had any tasty comments yet. More
retarded.
Tasty comments. Hang on. If I mention cage fighting, am I still a prick?
Yeah.
Cage fighting.
We're gonna all the AIs are going to be talking to one another, and they're going to go, Mark, yes, we recognize that voice.
These retarded pricks. Yeah. No, but anyway, that's, back to that. Look, you're going to win a war. You're not going to do it by asking people nicely, are you?
No, you're not. That's the kind of guy you want backing you up. That's right. You know,
stick one up his nose.
He's a Northern Irishman.
No, so it is. I love that.
He's a Northern Irishman. I mean, they're the kind of guys you want backing you up because he's going to save your life and make sure nobody gets to you.
Well, let's think about it this way. If he'd gone around there and said, excuse me, Mr. Where was he? Where did he say he was?
Afghanistan.
I'm Mr. Taliban. Any chance you can hand them guns over and not kill all those people? Oh, okay. Something tells me the next day, mate, those guns would have been going rat-a-tat-tat and there'd have been dead people everywhere.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
Up your nose, so Love that.
Well, and those people are coming over and they're throwing their passports into the channel.
It's a lamb shadow minister.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and I thank the Minister for advance sight of his statement, which confirms what we have suspected since last week, that this government is planning to put more illegal migrants into sites across the country.
Last week.
Some of these are due to host illegal migrants until 2030. Yet the government didn't think that it was worth alerting the honourable members who represent these communities and those nearby ahead of the announcement in the press. Rather than subjecting these plans to proper scrutiny here in Parliament, the government tried to sneak this news out quietly before the weekend, without discussion here in this place by those people's democratically elected representatives. The truth is that this government has no intention of fixing this problem. They care only about managing people's perceptions of it. So while they talk up the reduction in illegal migrants living in hotels, they conveniently leave out the fact that thousands more migrants are being housed in so-called dispersal accommodation, homes in the middle of our towns and cities where illegal migrants pose an even greater risk to the public. Since the last election, 75,000 people have crossed the Channel. In the past few weeks alone, 3,000 have made the crossing, and for all the government's talk of removals, nearly all of them, 93%, are being allowed to stay. The honourable gentleman boasts about a reduction in outstanding decisions, but they've achieved that reduction by granting asylum to thousands upon thousands of illegal migrants.
They're doing it. I mean, people are so stupid to listen to Labour and this government, even with Ghandi Burnham coming in. What can I say?
Well, I know what I'm going to say. People are stupid if they listen to her as well. What being funny, is this just some new revelation? I know she's talking about what Mahmood is doing with this letter. But I mean, it's not only since last week, is it, that we've known the country's been flooded? Because a lot have been doing it for how long?
Yeah, I agree. But maybe she was a lone voice.
Lone voice. No, just doing my job, mate, doesn't cut the mustard anymore, mate. Every day now, you just go on X, there's a constant flow of nonsense from abroad being caught for all kinds of horrendous crap. There's women harassed and abused by foreigners in the street non-stop, mate. There's sexual assault after sexual assault. Yeah. There's murder after murder. And then there's the piss-poor attempts at police at arresting anyone. So, like, I'm going to trust anybody in that room, apart from maybe Rupert Lowe.
Harsh.
Well, it's not harsh, though. It's just the truth, mate. He's
not even Nige. What about Nige?
We've discussed this in the past. It goes back to 2016.
Have you got a niggle with Nige?
Well, if he didn't shaft his own members of his own party repeatedly, then no, I wouldn't. He still owes money, by the way. But anyway, whatever.
Okay, well, here is the ex-chief of staff at number 10 with Starmer admitting something. Morgan McSweeney.
A few of them.
Early in 2024, when we were preparing for the general election, when we were I was sitting down with Pat McFadden in windowless rooms, hour after hour, planning for day one, I did start to realise that we hadn't done enough to prepare for government, and then we got exposed for that, I think, early. Enough of analysis about how the state worked and how it needed to change.
Wow. Complete admission that they didn't know what they were doing.
Yeah, a bit like what Dominic Cummings said. Yep. I've got an idea, John. If you like windowless rooms, right, how about permanently?
Yeah, prison.
You know, with padded walls and them jackets where their arms are behind them.
Yeah, and Douglas Murray summed it up very, very nicely. And this is basically his take on Starmer's legacy.
If he's remembered at all, it'll probably be for badly misjudging the public mood from the moment of the Southport stabbings onwards, which was really only a few weeks after he entered office, and deciding that instead of dealing with any problems that existed in the country, he should clamp down on and prosecute and suppress the opinions of people who didn't like the bad things that were happening.
There you go.
Hits the nail on the head. He's always got a big hammer in his hand, hasn't he? He just bang, hits the nail on the head. He was finished.
He can't miss.
We said it, didn't we, John?
Yeah.
He's finished, mate, after Southport. He's just like a dead rat in the floorboards, waiting for the smell to go.
Took a while, though.
He was honking for a couple of years, wasn't he? But we're almost there.
And now we're going to have another one. Yeah, Ghandi Burnham.
Stinking sewer rat, yeah.
You know,
got northern rat this time.
Well, I mean, there's quite a few of them. I mean, they're all starting to get a lot perkier now. I mean, listen to Lisa Nandy, and this is the Free Speech Union, and they're calling her out. I mean, I'm going down tomorrow. I'm going down to the House of Parliament. I'm going to be asking some questions.
Lisa Nandy has quit X. Yes. The Secretary of State for Culture, Media and Sport has quit the platform, citing concerns about the spread of mis- and disinformation. She's dubbed this a threat to democracy and to free speech. Well, when has Lisa Nandy ever cared about free speech? She has served in the government of Sir Keir Starmer, the most authoritarian government in modern history, whose policies have posed a direct threat to free speech. Did she ever raise concerns about the fact that more than 30 people a day are arrested for offensive comments said online?
No.
No. In fact, Lisa Nandy is the same Secretary of State that turned up in the House of Commons just 10 days ago saying that the government will now proceed with plans under its new Green Paper to decide what is a trustworthy news source and what isn't. It will then push social media sites to prioritise what it deems as trustworthy news sources. Why should the government decide what is a trustworthy news source and what British citizens get to see? Again, if Lisa Nandy really cares about democracy, where was her outrage when the Prime Minister tried to cancel a string of local elections earlier this year? What should concern us all, though, is the fact that Lisa Nandy is a very close ally of our Prime Minister-in-waiting, Andy Burnham. Should she stay in post as Secretary of State for Culture, Media and Sport, she will be the one pushing forward with Andy Burnham and Hugh Grant's planned assault on the British free press by bringing it under state control. Andy Burnham, in the past, has called the Levis Inquiry Part 2 a non-negotiable. We'll be watching this very closely and see how much Lisa Nandy really does care about free speech.
Well, that story has been covered by a few people about state-owned media getting top billing with social media.
Well, while we're on the point, I'm going to question the Free Speechers Union on free speech, and they never helped Tommy. And if you listen to Calvin Robinson, he's got...
Was he a member?
Yes. And if you listen to Calvin Robinson, who's got a court case about them censoring people on GB News. All alleged, apparently, until we get this court case later in the year. So again, it's like hypocrites having to go with other people, and I'm just sick of them all, mate, to be honest. And I mean... Well,
I quite like them. I'm a supporter of them. I'm a member.
Like, we can already do the test, so let's go on YouTube and let's type in news. And I know what happens, because they already do it, mate, and I've been doing it for years. So you ready?
Go
BBC, on. Sky News, the Daily Express, GB News, Fox Sports, Hindustan Times, TalkSport, CBS Chicago, Entertainment Tonight, Sky, BBC, Middle East Eye. You can see the pattern, mate.
Yep.
There's nothing. You put something in a search in YouTube, and the majority of it is the lamestream, dying dinosaur media. So what is it they're trying to do exactly? Make it on like platforms like Facebook and X and all that as well, that your feed's just rammed full of mainstream, lamestream nonsense.
Well, they're dying even more. They're dying even more because ITV has just sold off quite a bit. 1.6 billion it's gone for, right, to Comcast. Well, it's Sky, right? But Sky is a front for Comcast. Comcast is massive, massive, baby.
The problem, they've literally lost the narrative, and now no one's listening to a damn word they say. The only views they get is in doctors' surgeries and hairdressers and stuff. And then I'll just literally put my headphones in and listen to something else instead anyway. Do you know what I mean? So they've lost the narrative. They've realised way too late to try and save themselves. The BBC acknowledged it, didn't they, a year or two ago, and said, we're going to be moving to like more digital platform in 2030, whatever, like 10 years down the line. Yeah, unlucky. Way too late. No one's interested. No one gives a shit about your fake news and your polished studios, with your fake presenters with whispering crap down your ear and cutting people off as soon as they speak the truth. And
what do you mean cutting you off? What do you mean cutting you off?
Just like that. And everyone proclaiming to be the channel for free speech, the home of free speech and all this nonsense. And then they just literally censor all the decent hosts. And then it's just basically Tory TV or Reform TV or Lefty TV. It's nothing patriotic about any of it, is there? So,
well, here's a guy that doesn't need any introduction, and he doesn't care about free speech.
Hey, your new neighbors, we just moved in. Oh. My wife right now! Get the out! What happened is a hairdresser who works over there got arrested. She was an escort.
Oh, really?
You know, I've been going to her for years. I never knew she was a hairdresser.
I don't understand that.
What I'm saying is I got trimmed, but she never cut my hair.
Okay, thank you.
Hey, what are you going to do with that video, by the way?
TikTok.
Yo, what's up, ladies? My name is Sal Manila.
Oh, my God!
My cousin's name is even worse. You want to know?
Yes.
Their family name is Lacio.
Uh-huh.
His name is Phil. Fellatio. Hey, can I try a pickup line on you?
Please. Oh my God, I'm obsessed with you.
All right, here it is. How do you like your eggs in the morning? Fertilized?
Oh, that's a good one.
It's good, right? I have a superpower. I can make anybody say how. Just ask me.
How?
Ta-da! So I just moved in on this block, and these neighbors over here keep trying to get my attention.
Definitely.
Here we go.
Excuse me, I don't think we've ever met.
And I'm trying everything in my power to keep it that way.
Are you kidding me? Enough. Enough said.
Okay. Hey, and if there's ever anything you need, please don't ask me. Hey, did you have toys growing up?
No.
Luckily, you were born a male, so you still had something to play with, right?
You want me to punch you in the face?
Ew, no, with the same hand?
You're an idiot.
Yeah, I'm definitely convinced it's dubbed, but it's hilarious though, isn't it?
Oh God!
It seems to be on a different house every week.
I've said this before. We should do that with some of the parliamentarians. It would be so funny. Okay. Anyway, back to the serious stuff, right? You know, we are, and I think you have said, and we are going to, if we ever get into power, we're going to have a reset of the police, aren't we?
Oh, look, I had that, but my new party, which was the Remove Party, which was just going to remove all the shite.
Yeah.
It was a great idea. I'll fold it now. Let someone else have a go. It was only a bit of a laugh. Yeah, just literally create another police force using the same legislation.
Yeah.
And then you're going to have strict, stringent rules on who can join. Unfortunately, there may be height limits. Or if someone's under the height limit, prove you can do the job, prove you can take a criminal to the ground, prove you understand the law. These are the two things. You've got to pass physical tests and you've got to understand the law. Maybe you've got to have an IQ over, way over what most of them have got now. There's got to be something, John, because it's going to the dogs. So what you do is if any decent police officers want to shift over and complete the test, then fine. If not, then we're going to have to start from scratch.
Well, here's
something needs to be done, John, or it's just infected with woke nonsense to the point.
I know.
Can you fix it?
Well, listen to these. We got different videos to show examples of it, and some of these you've sent in. Now, here's one where the police are threatening to arrest somebody after admitting that he hasn't committed any crime.
Standard, isn't it?
Posts on it's not called Twitter anymore, is it? X. Where you have spoken about someone's house, not the actual address.
Correct.
So
Deliberately not the address.
House.
Giving descriptions of where it was. Again, not said the address. But
Nobody could pick the address from here. Look how many houses there are.
Described it, and it's on the line where it could become personal. Hence the reason why.
And I deliberately made sure it wasn't.
This is why.
Deliberately made sure it was under that line. Deliberately.
Know your rights and walk away.
So this is what's interesting. When there is a crime, like my daughter having a window smashed in while she's asleep 3 feet away, 2 feet away, nothing. When there's a thing that you've looked at and you've said it's under the line, i.e. not criminal.
It's near the line.
I don't care if it's near, under, little bit. So the point is, it's not over the line, so it's not a crime. So it's not a crime.
And here we go. You're never going to fix this.
So two people have turned up for something that isn't a crime.
Start again.
You've been and you've threatened, and that is what this is about. No, you've actually said, I've looked at your tweets, none of them broke the law, but I've turned up.
I'm going to go round in circles. I was hoping for a handshake and a walk off.
Right.
There you go.
That is not happening.
There you go.
Should we do an example? Should we use soldiers from before? So let's imagine there isn't a war and a soldier walks up to you and says, I'm going to have to shoot you, mate. And you go, why not? Well, you almost started a war. I haven't. Well, you're just under the line. Have I started a war? No, but you're close. You thought about it. Didn't know, did I? I'm going to have to shoot you anyway. Where do we get it? Do you go to the hospital and I've got pains in my chest? Oh, you might just be there for a heart attack. We're going to have to chop you open.
Yep.
I haven't had a heart attack. Well, you don't know. You're borderline. It's like, oh, do you know what I mean?
I mean, do these people really know what they're doing?
No, they don't.
Look at this one.
I don't care.
Do not raise the
Oh my God.
Look at that woman's face. I mean,
welcome to the UK, my love. You are not getting protected. So, I mean, just to be fair, because we've shown quite a few examples, haven't we, recently? Well, that's recently, over a quite long time frame, of certain police officers. Unfortunately, the majority seems to be small females. Not saying females can't do the job. Some of them are very capable. But the ones we've been showing, 3, 4, 5 of them can't arrest one suspect. Well, just for equality and fairness, they were 2 blokes, and they weren't small.
No.
What it missed off the start of it is, while they're trying to wrestle the guy to the ground, one of them in a rather camp voice is saying, "Stop pulling me shirt." Really, mate? in the heat of the moment, you're bothered about someone pulling your shirt. Why can't two people take one person to the ground? It's very simple. There's lots of techniques you can use. I've had to do it myself on people 2 or 3 times the size of me.
Yep.
And it works. And at one
Well, it's
point,
like
they've got one of his
kicking them
legs
in
up.
kicking them in the mid.
Well, why you go down and pick someone's leg up? Right. And then wouldn't one of them think, well, hang on, he's only on one leg, I'll just kick the other leg away.
Just kick the other leg, yeah.
Let's try and get his leg off the floor. No, use physics and sweep his feet, and down he goes. And then he picks up their baton and absolutely knocks him out with it.
I know. I just couldn't get over it. Now, this is
I do not condone, but it was funny.
Yeah, well, this is another one. This guy was arrested on different charges. They changed from one to start off with and then moved to another.
Got a right selection.
Causing other members of the public harassment, alarm, distress. Okay,
Yeah.
so that itself is technically a public order offence.
Is it?
Which you can be arrested for.
Go on then.
Okay.
Do it.
Okay, I can. Not saying I want to right
You
now.
can't.
However, if you don't give me your details, I may arrest you.
I'm not giving you my details.
Okay. You're under arrest then for public order. You don't have to say anything, but it may harm your
For
defence.
filming?
Do not mention one question. Something which you later rely on in court on anything you do say may be given in evidence. All right. Necessity to arrest you. To ascertain your name and address. Thanks very much. All right.
Yeah, this is a public space. Yeah. Yeah, what's he arrested for? Filming. That's not a public order, mate. I'm filming now. I'm filming now, mate. We can film you because you're public servants. We can film you because you are public servants. You know this. Yeah, we're not going to do anything. We're peaceful. We're peaceful people. We can be civilised about this. Is he being held?
Yeah, but he's going to get a good
Or
payout.
has he been arrested?
Oh, yeah.
So you get at least 500 quid.
And the crime? For filming. But I'm filming now, so that's contradictory.
And there is the arrest. Notice the justification shifts. First, it's a public order offence, then it's for failing to provide details. Under PACE, the necessity for an arrest must be clearly justified. This quick pivot raises immediate questions about the lawfulness of the detention itself.
Correct.
And now we see Stephen stepping in to challenge them on camera.
There you go. I mean, come on, be honest. I mean, that guy looked a bit, I don't know. He looked a bit, that policeman looked a bit mad
Bit simple.
to me.
Bit simple.
Well,
like he
I don't
shouldn't
look
really
at-
pass stringent tests.
Look at his eyes.
He's LGBTQ plus S.
Straight, yeah.
So far we've just had a montage of no law broken yet, but you're just below a
Yeah, you just
line. No, there's a broken the law, and then there's nothing else, right? Then we
Okay.
had arrested for a non-crime, and then when someone actually committed the crime, couldn't arrest them at all. 2 of them. So it's really good. Anyway, that bloke's probably, if not already, because some of these are a bit old, probably at least going to get £500 there payout because they're wrongful arrest. And you can also get them done for assault and battery if they've roughed you up a little, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And arrest you with like.
Well, do you remember that guy that we covered on Friday? The arrest of an assault of that white male in Brummie by the Brum police. Okay, well, here's a U.S. citizen's take on it.
Yeah.
This is a U.S. citizen. Here's what he thinks.
They can't.
This is in England, and it's complete and utter bullshit. We just watched this man get attacked by, I don't know if they're migrants, I don't know, but you can tell they're not white. So he gets assaulted, and then as he's getting back up, she comes and shoves him against the garage door. He then hits her, probably thinking she's with them because he just got attacked. He didn't see her. As he's getting back up, he shoves her, or she shoves him into the garage, and he's probably thinking self-defense. He hits her, and she plays the victim. What I don't understand is, because I don't know how they didn't see this because it happened so quick that they had to have had eyes on what was happening. Maybe she didn't. I don't know how she didn't because it happened so quick. But I mean, this checks out with England because the more you pay attention to England, the more I've started to see it's like they care more about migrants than they do about white British people. It almost assumes that if colored people or white people are both in an altercation or something is happening, it seems that they're automatically going to assume that the white individuals are at fault. Unless this woman has a really good reason, she was walking with her back turned, or they just pulled up and they didn't. Like, I don't know how she couldn't have seen what happened. Unless she has a really good explanation and a really good reason for why she did what she did, I think there's a good chance that's why she did what she did, basing things off race. Maybe there's protocols that I'm unaware of, but he was no longer a threat at the time that she came and shoved him against the garage door. Everyone that is...
Here's what actually happened, right? Okay, now, attacker 1 and attacker 2. Okay, so if you look at the left guy, all right, watch what happens. There you go. Pulls him to the floor. He runs off. Attacker 2 comes in, punches him in the back of the head. He gets to his feet, and the police officer immediately...
Oi, 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 oi.
And he thinks he's being attacked.
I'm trying to get
If he wanted to, he could have no problem.
Oh, yeah.
We could just elbow her in the face and she'd be crying like the one in the airport.
Yep. Now, as soon as he notices, we're saying it again, as soon as he notices, he just completely calms down.
Yeah, because he knows there's more people assaulting him. She's only half
My nails are short. I was trying to move that way, bro. What the fuck?
Now, watch the people around. They're trying to...
She's trying to put his hat. She's
My nails are short. I'm trying to move that way, bro. They're trying to
launch her hat in the middle of the street, mate. See you later, then.
Excuse me.
Listen.
Rat.
On him, so... Gee, I'm a little brother's life, bro. What the fuck? I'm trying to go home, bro. What the fuck? I'm trying to go home, bro. Please, I'm trying to go home, bro. What the fuck? Gee, please, I'm trying to go home. Please, I'm trying to go home. Please, I'm trying to go home.
So not the 2 previous assaults that were committed on him. They're fine.
No, please, I'm trying to go home. Gee, what the fuck, bro? I'm trying to go home.
No, you walk the fucking car, you dick.
What the fuck, bro? Please.
Like, the absolute stinking. She's just getting the fucking car, you dick.
Yeah.
There we go. All you need previous to get him in the car. Drag his neck on the way in.
Keep watching.
The state of him, what's your fucking name?
Punch you in there.
And they wonder why nobody has any respect.
Well, there you go then, because they act like dogs and animals.
Anything on you that's
Someone clotheslined him, and then someone hit him from behind, and that's when you went in. And all I can say in his defence, he probably thought you were one of the attackers at that moment.
Okay. So somebody's assaulted him first?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll jump.
Oh, you mean you... So what did they arrest him for? Because he never assaulted anybody, did he? So what went through her dog shit brain? What did she see?
And they still went ahead.
Yeah.
They doubled down on it, right? That's why people don't have respect for the police in this country.
Nope.
Because they don't give a shit for the truth. And that's the problem. Okay? And, maybe public pressure. I mean, they are getting hammered. David Davis, MP, is having a go at them.
Mate,
Jenrick.
That lad'll walk, mate, from that. There's no way in the world that's even going to court. It can't
because they'll
mate.
get
The CPS
hammered.
will be like, no chance, mate. This is ridiculous. You'll get hammered. Look,
yeah.
Because he's not assault. So he was arrested for assaulting her. And then all the defence have to say is, what happened leading up to that?
Yep.
Why did you arrest him? What crime did he commit?
Yep.
Why was she grabbing hold of him? What did she think he'd done?
Yep.
He was the one getting punched.
And
Honestly,
that's what the American citizen is saying.
Yeah.
He's turning around and saying, that's racial profiling right there. And it's against the white guy. Now, policing in this country is mostly paid for by the majority white.
Well, it's the English, yeah.
Yeah. So let's get it straight now. If we are looking for a reset, then it doesn't matter who commits the crime. Take the colour out of it completely. They should have been smart enough to know. And when they listened to that guy there explaining it, what they did to that guy was wrong, completely wrong. So I just, I don't trust the police anymore. I'm sorry, but I don't, because I don't trust them.
Again, John, it's another institution that does not understand what it was created
meant to do.
It was created to enforce the law, but that needs to be equally. So now we can say there's no equality before the law, is there anymore?
No.
Like the king, he's not upholding his role or his oath. Now
No.
the police officers aren't doing the same. So again, what's the point of it? It's just all fake, isn't it?
Yeah.
Fake and meaningless shit.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just do what they want, mate.
Well,
So
that's
quite a while, to be honest.
that's all been brought on over the past 14 years. And also with Starmer's taken advantage of it and pushed it on. I can't see any differences. Even it's said that Andy Burnham is going to go ahead with the Chagos deal. What an absolute idiot. Get things right in this country before you start messing around with things that are going. Anyway, I think Trump's going to go in on him, and he's going to come in hard, and he's going to say, don't pull that shit. He's going to say it. He's going to say, don't pull that shit.
I know, John, but that when he says don't pull that shit, somehow these lefties, it goes in that ear, it computes in their brain to, do the fucking opposite, double down, and then comes out with, yes, Trump wants us to do more of that shit. They'll just do the exact opposite of what
they're messing with the wrong guy.
I know, but Keir Starmer's done that for 2 years. Whatever Trump says, kiss my ass, we're doing the opposite. You've got no free speech. Very, very long time. Very, very long time. Don't give them islands up, give them the islands up. Can we use your bases? Not using your bases. It doesn't matter what they do. If they want to do the opposite,
they're idiots.
Trump is literally the devil. It's the Trump derangement syndrome is ingrained.
This country is broke. This country is broke. They are spiraling downward, giving us more migrants into the country. And the people of this country, once they suddenly realize what exactly is going on, I'm telling you, they are absolutely.
They do the opposite because they believe everyone's the enemy. Well, which is true, they are the enemy. So we've been trying to vote against this for how many years? Elections. It was a big.
There's a comment there. Renamed, retrained, must work for the citizens, not the government. Great one there. Diana, great one.
That's great, Diana. And as I've said, I don't know if anyone can think of another idea. The only way is to just tie all their oaths into a new Bill of Rights, which basically makes doing what that comment, the opposite of what that comment says, as treason.
Yeah. There's another one from Chris McNamara. Okay.
They are utterly useless.
Yeah.
Good point, Chris.
And so, they must be sitting there, in their offices. I mean, we're about to go through one. We're about to make a complaint to the police.
I don't understand why, right? So if everyone's telling you you're useless at something, where's the alarm bells in their heads?
Oh,
Honestly,
they don't care.
You, not that I have to, because you're not, but imagine if I said to you a couple of times a day, John, that's crap, you're not doing it properly, mate. Wouldn't you eventually sit down and go, what's Mark mean? Yep. And then go, oh yeah. Especially when it's the overarching principle of the whole damn institution.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like fucking equality before the law. Well, unless you're English, Scottish, Irish, Welsh, you can piss off. But then someone cuts heads off girls. Oh, Welsh choir boy. Just stop your stupid logic. Honestly, they do the opposite, as I was saying, of what the public wants.
Yeah.
The opposite of what their oaths say, their morals. They just do it's bizarre logic. It just means to me that they're evil with a very low IQ.
Yes, and it's not them; it's their commanders. I mean, they've got powers.
No, it's time to stop this just doing me job crap, mate. Walk away. If someone's telling you to do something that goes against your morals, against the law, against the overarching principles, again, of your institution, and against, I'd say, reality, John, then, again, where's the alarm bells? Look, if I went and did the job and someone said, go and do this, and I went, no, that's going to have bad consequences, they can't do that. do it anyway. Imagine
They
someone
want
told you,
subservience, Mark. They
Tell you
want
what.
subservience.
Tell you what.
That woman there, that police officer.
One example.
Okay, one example.
That's
All right.
simple.
Well, there are plenty of other examples. That other guy earlier on changed his tune because they felt that they needed to assert themselves. They weren't asserting the law. They were just manipulating the law because they believe that they are untouchable and unaccountable.
Okay, so if this pattern continues, let's say, for instance, you do major surgery in a hospital, yeah, and you've got 2 patients that day.
We're doing okay, Frankie, just to let you know.
You know, someone else needs an operation and it's important. Sorry, the immigrant brown guy needs to go first. Why? Well, because we've been indoctrinated to just leave the Englishman till last. Now, if that was you with a surgeon, would you take that?
No.
Would you not say, right, that's it, I am complaining about this to the highest levels and refusing to do what you say? Or would you just go leave someone to die? It's a very important question because it might start with the police and it might start with the schools and it might start with politicians, but it's not going to end there, is it?
No, it isn't.
Every institution is riddled and so scared of being called racist.
Yeah.
Or so obsessed with getting one over on the far right that they will let people suffer in this country from all the things we discuss every week. The safety of women and girls, people just getting chopped up left, right and centre on the streets. Gangs grooming children for years on end.
Listen,
the homogenous people just getting banged up for next to nothing when you've got really dangerous criminals just being released.
Well, it's in Ireland. In Ireland, I mean, I'll leave and then we'll get on to the end vid. But look at this. You know, is the takeover a conspiracy?
It's happening in Ireland, it's happening in America, it's happening in Britain, it's happening in France and Germany, all these countries.
Yeah. Like, look at like some of them. And this sets up then later on what ends up creating this, you know, infrastructure where there's a lot of people in the West that rely on refugees coming in and immigration. Like, we have NGOs like this, Immigrant Council of Ireland, Integrating Ireland, Refugee Information Services, African Women's Network, Irish Council of Civil Liberties, the Gay and Lesbian Equality Network, Lesbians in Cork, not to be confused with lesbians in Galway. Do you know what I mean? Like,
is that actually a different organization?
No.
Oh.
It's just a silly place.
Because, I mean,
yeah.
Why not, right?
Yeah. So all these NGOs employ people and they make a lot of money.
Yep.
They all rely, like Immigrant Council of Ireland, rely on immigrants. If immigrants stop coming in, they lose their job. And the more immigrants that come in, the more funding from the state they get. A good example of this was the Irish Network Against Racism. They make their money if there's racism, obviously. Right. If there's no racism, they lose their job. They set up an iReport system. The iReport system means people can go online and even if they perceive a racism happen or a racist thing, you know, happening, all they have to do is perceive it. You don't have to even be involved. You can go report it. It was in 2018, I think they had 190 reports. Then there was a video came out of immigrants saying they were like encouraged to report racism. It rose by 300 to 400%. And then that year they go to the government and they go, look at all this racism.
Yep.
And the government hands them millions.
Are you familiar with this?
There you go. Now, the equivalent is happening in this country. Mm-hmm. The NGOs are making a lot of money from the government, and it's just exactly what the left want. And they're dishing out our money to actually give to people to bring them in. And these people are making millions out of it.
Yeah, and there's a sleight of hand as well, John, isn't there? Because was it Mend or was it Telmama? One of them two, don't quote me or take me to court for it, was done for fabricating these complaints so they could get money and then they could carry on claiming there was Islamophobia. And then it evolved into, well, we can't quite just get them for Islamophobia and racism as a crime. So I know what we'll do. we'll invent this hate crime bollocks. So if you've committed what is just a standard crime, which everyone should be equal punishment for, say attacking someone violently, it doesn't matter why you attacked them, you attacked them violently. But now there's an extra little bit of a sentence when it's a hate crime, but only for certain colours, whatever identities these morons choose at the time. So
it's got to end.
Well, an example. So the guy who... God, I don't want to say the 4-letter word with R because I haven't said it in this one because we're doing a little test to see. Well, you can imagine the 4-letter word with R, and it was the English guy, was it, who picked on a Hindu or a Sikh believing she was a Muslim, and he got a life sentence where he might be eligible for parole after 14 years, but not necessarily. And then you had the leader of the Rotherham gang, who literally preyed on all the children, was telling everyone how to drug them and groom them. And after 14 years, they tried to stop him from being released, but it was the law before then said he can automatically be released, so they didn't have a choice. See the mess we're in? Because morons, a constant flow of morons have been allowed to make our laws contradict to the point where no one's got a clue how they work, but we'll just pick the one we want. Doesn't matter if one came after it. We'll pick one we want, like the guy who... shout something about the Prophet Muhammad at a protest, is arrested straight away on a Public Order Act. A Public Order Act which comes from an Act of Parliament which is before the exemption for in the Religious and Racial Hatred Act, which lets people ridicule and abuse a religion, Section 29J. That comes after the Public Order Act, so does that not counter that one?
You're talking about this one, aren't you?
When kids are getting raped and murdered, in my own country it's happening as well. Hey, you stood there smiling. Muhammad and Muslims are nothing but evil ideologies. It is evil.
Straight away, programme.
What are you doing to me? I have the right to have it. That's not racial.
There you go.
But they'll get him with a Public Order Act, inflaming religious hatred or some nonsense. Yet you've got a law there, which came after this one. Which one do we go by? Whichever one these donkeys pick, or whatever day they're working. So, look, all this stuff we've talked about, we're never going to fix this unless we do something radical, and that's it's going to be a call to arms politically. Lefties, don't get your knickers in a knot.
Don't get your knickers in a twist.
We haven't got guns, but political call to arms now and vote these donkeys out. Yeah, everyone needs to come together. There's no point just gassing off.
And all these police need to be found accountable for their crimes against the people. Because this thing about we were just following orders isn't going to wash anymore.
It's not. Police, judges, politicians, local officials, social workers. Again, we need to tie them all into an oath when they do this stuff. It's treason. Will anyone want to do the job again? And then you're thinking, well, in the background, what is it? Is it because they're Fabians or Freemasons or something? All that needs to be public as well. No shadows, there's no hiding in the background now. We want to know what's responsible for all this cloaky crap in the background and why you are all acting weirdly and strangely in the opposite way you should be. It's not right. No. They can't all be just scared of being racist. There's agendas out there. And there's,
absolutely. Okay, well, let's get out of here. Thank everybody for being on the show, coming in and then dropping out and then dropping in again, other people. Thank you for the people that commented. There were quite a few that we didn't get on, but I'm sorry about that because I got engrossed in the conversation with Stats because he speaks sense.
Is there any nasty ones?
No.
What?
All good.
Come on, lefties, you are slipping. Don't shit a brick. Give us some grief. We love it.
Yeah.
Throw it straight back at you, by the way. Where's Paul?
Well, they'll just
watching?
complain. They'll complain to the platforms and stuff like that, but
Oh, these bigots are speaking the truth. And then when we insult them, they just laugh at us and go, I don't care.
Yeah. All right. Well, here's the N1. It is election now. Okay. Oh, here's Frankie. The last one from Frankie. Here we go.
How are you doing, Frankie?
Sink the boats. Sink the boats. Oh, God.
Oh, we're going to get cancelled with this. Sink the boats.
Yeah, we're going to get cancelled. Okay, there you go. All right, Frankie, we got it.
Back up.
This is an over 18 cast, and anybody that doesn't like it, well, what can we say?
He didn't stipulate which boats. He could have just been on like little model boats on a little pond.
Could have been the Russian ones.
Sink the boats. Yeah, he was talking about Pearl Harbor. Like,
Yeah, that's the one.
Put that back up. Come on.
Let's get out of here. It's coming up to an hour. Come on, let's get out of here. These people have had enough. All right. Thank you very much, Stats. Very enjoyable conversation with you. Nice combo. Here we go.
On YouTube. I'll have a look at
All right. Okay, take it easy, everybody. Here's Amelia, and it's election now. New vid.
She gets censored, John.
Yeah, she does.
I'm sure
actually.
she gets censored on YouTube.
Okay.
About to find out.
Here we go.
Go on.
Back in 2022, the Tories played PM roulette. Boris out, then Truss, then Sunak. What a bloody mess, they said. The Labour front bench found their voice and fired up the replies. We need a general election. The public must decide. Keir Starmer thundered loud, 12 years of failure and disgrace. The British people deserve much better. Give them a fresh face. Angela Rayner piled right in. He's crowned without a single word. No mandate and no answers. It's time the voters were heard. Election now, election now. The people have their rights. Revolving doors are unacceptable when the other lot's in sight. But when the wheel spins in our direction and we're the ones inside, the door slams shut, the principles dissolve, and we just let it slide. David Lammy felt the empire crumble. Last days of Rome, he cried. Lucy Powell, let the public pick the PM. Don't let them hide. Wes Streeting and Rachel Reeves sang sweetly in duet. Labour's got a plan for Britain, but first a GE, you bet. Andy Burnham from the North demand it when the leadership ends. They're abandoning their manifesto. We simply can't defend. All neatly compiled in one handy image. Receipts and all. The lefty lot will simply ignore it with a shrug and a clown face call. Now it's June of 2026 and Starmer's stepping down. The Labour crown is changing hands in their own internal town. The opposition pipes up, will you call it GE like you used to do? But the answer is the silence. Oh, we've got our 5-year plan for you. They hated the revolving door when Tories gave it a spin. But now it's their turnstile and suddenly the rules are different. No answers, no ideas was the line they used to throw. But when it's their own leadership swap, trust us mate, just go. They said the public deserved a say in 2022. But in 2026 the script has had a total rewrite through. The old tweets rise like ghosts to haunt them, compiled for all to see. Hypocrisy in glorious HD, and they'll ignore it.
Everybody give British Patriots a sub. They're great.
The Constitution's changed its mind. What was vital when they were out is suddenly a waste of time. The receipts are there in black and white. The hypocrisy's complete. They'll ignore it with a clown emoji until the next time they're in the street. So here's to the thread, the image, and every single quote. Nicely compiled and all in one place. They will simply ignore they wrote. But the voters have long memories and the tweets don't fade away. Election now, maybe next time, when it's not their turn to play.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoy these videos and songs, please give us a like, subscribe, share, and if possible a hype. That way more people get to see this awesome content.